This is SoulCalibur 6. We're on Xbox Series X. The game is inheriting its Xbox One X enhancement, so that's pushing for a 4K resolution. In actuality, it's 1440p according to the fine folks over at Digital Foundry. We do get HDR support and a fluid 60 FPS the whole way through. So if you're not familiar with SoulCalibur, this is one of the more iconic fighting entries in gaming, and often a series that I think is unfairly neglected by people because it's fantastic. So I didn't review this one at launch. I actually did buy this one, which might surprise some people, and yeah, it's kind of interesting to dive in here, and I thought I'd showcase it because I again want to try to get some of my return on investment in this one. But anyways, it's just a really great entry in the series. It's got an absolutely massive selection of characters, a wide range of levels and stages you can play on. There are lots of different modes you can jump into. You got arcade, you got versus, you got online multiplayer, you've got like this really great kind of campaign and story mode, and there's like a challenge kind of mode too. You know, there's lots of different elements of the experience, and then it's got one of the most insane character customizers you could ever imagine. You can make just like the weirdest sort of design with it, which I think is absolutely fantastic if you want, you know, some kind of weird looking creature and everything like that. I'll actually show off one of my custom characters here during our battles, but yeah, it's kind of amazing to see in action, the design of it, the flow of the characters, the visuals. It looks absolutely fantastic. They really did nail this one. I like that there's also a bit of a dynamic armor element to it in terms of the combat and the design. But the characters, they look so good. Like, everything is just fantastic about this title. I really did love this one, and I highly suggest jumping into it, because this is a series that I've enjoyed for many, many years. Where I don't even know where my custom character is. Oh, creation. There we go. That's like weird custom character. But yeah, you know, I've played this since, well, I've played all of the SoulCalibur games, but I've been playing it specifically since SoulCal 2 on the GameCube, because you got Link on there. Actually, emulation wise, you can do like the GameCube on the Series X, and yeah, Link on there and stuff. That's kind of fun. But yeah, this is my custom character. They're just weird. I wanted to see what kind of strange things you could do with it. So I think she's got like Geralt's abilities from The Witcher, and just like some wings and stuff. It's just funny. But yeah, you can do like these cool, I guess you could say, characters. You can make all sorts of weird things. I've seen some very strange builds from people. And I think that element of it's just kind of really fun to see, and it's really neat to have that choice there, like the cat on the shoulder. It's just, it's ridiculous, right? Like, to have that sort of level of customization. But anyways, the roster of characters is great. I should also mention that I have, I think, a Season 1 pass or something for the fighters, maybe not Season 2, but you know, I do have access to some of the additional characters, so not all of them will be available if you just jump into the regular version of the game. And I think that's like trying to think of her name from Nair. Anyways, this game is really great. You know, music, the design, the environments, it all looks really fantastic, and so super sleek on here. I think they did a really good job with it overall. It brings that action back, and we are just doing like, you know, regular quick fights, because I'm trying to show off, I guess you could say, as many characters as possible was the idea behind, you know, why I was presenting it in this manner and kind of doing it so fast, because you can, you know, you can sort of do, like, it's usually best of 3 is what you do in SoulCal. We're just doing like first to 1, because I think that kind of allows me to swiftly move through the roster of characters in case you want to specifically see anyone in action. Such a cool, it's so cool that they got that guest in. See, every one of the SoulCal games, well, I think every single one of them, maybe not the first one, has done some sort of guest integration. So there's always somebody weird, Like, I think one time all the different platforms had different characters. I think there was like a Star Wars one at one point as well, where certain platforms got like Yoda and someone got like Darth Vader, and you know, lots of different options. I'd like this show Ivy, but I don't know if her design is a little too much for the YouTube. They definitely do not hold back on the physics. Actually, I think they've got more realistic busts in this one than they've ever had in the series, in terms of you know, being a little bit more realistic. But you know, they've got these gorgeous stages that are present, and these great rosters of characters. It's really well done. I think they got everybody back that was kind of important in the series. At least I think so, in regards to the amount of characters that are present. They added some great new ones. It's just kind of like really fun to see this in action. Just the game itself, the style of it. And there's different difficulty options too, if you need something a little bit more challenging or something a little bit harder. It's really up to you and how you want to play it, but yeah, it's just a gorgeous, slick, fast-paced, epic take on the SoulCal series. And I do hope that maybe we get more down the road. I don't think they were necessarily too happy with how this one kind of was. I don't know if the response, because I think critically it kind of came out pretty well, but I think they were expecting more people to jump in here. Cassandra, SoulCalibur, Taki.
Let's do this.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see like the older versions of them and sort of how these characters have evolved over the years, because the franchise has changed quite a bit. Like, you know, there's been so many different entries in the series, and I wonder if it's kind of near or on par with other fighter games. I'd have to go look at the numbers, because like, what are we at Street Fighter wise? Like 6 is coming or something like that, and there's been a bazillion like spin-offs for the Street Fighter series, like Supers. Well, I don't know if they're spin-offs, but like redone mega versions and stuff. And you know, actually there's not been too many Killer Instincts, which is a bit of a shame. At least I think so. Ooh, perfect, nice. Yeah, that looked pretty cool. And you know, there's lots of other fighting series that have gone on to like a good stack of numbers. And I think this was the last sort of fighting game that I could think of that released in the generation, if that makes sense. Like, I had waited the whole last gen for a SoulCal game. We got like 2 Dead or Alives, we got like a couple, we get a Street Fighter or 2, I don't know, it just seemed like every other fighting game that was iconic got some sort of release, whereas this one, you know, it took them absolutely forever to provide it here, which I think is a little disappointing, because this is a series that I've just really adored over the years. And you know, there's lots of different modes. I want to double enforce that, because I've been talking about so many different elements of this, but you know, there are lots of different ways to play it aside from just doing quick play. You know, you can do the whole arcade thing with a character if you want, and yeah, breathtaking environments. Really quite blown away by it with the characters. They retain that sort of iconic SoulCal look, but they're also a lot more, I guess you could say, realistic in terms of their design. SoulCalibur. But yeah, just a really, really well done franchise. So many memorable moments throughout. Ow, could you not, Mr. like, he's really taking it to me here. Jeez. Uh-oh. This is not good. We'll see if I can pull off the oh yeah, I got it. That was very lucky. He's actually really taking it to me there. Whoa. Yeah, I love doing the after combat fights where you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The ring outs are the best, though. Still one of my favorite parts of the series. Triumphant music. Like, you can just play this for a very long time, I think, in terms of like replayability, especially for someone that does more of like the online stuff. I think there's a lot more. Raphael. I don't think I ever liked Raphael. I think he was always kind of annoying. Kind of like iffy on showing off the Ivy. Do we have anybody else left? Oh, I don't think we've done. Yeah, maybe we did. I don't know. There's a large roster of characters. It's hard to keep up. Yeah, he's definitely changed a lot too. But you see all the different stages. You can see all the different ways to play. And just kind of think of that, but also include the fact that, you know, there are all these different stage setups and options that you can jump into. Ooh, this location seems kind of familiar.
You think you can keep up?
Yes, yes I do.
Do not delude yourself, thou wretched.
Ooh, that's not very nice. You've got a bad attitude, Raphael. But we're here to end that for sure. Anyways, it's kind of fun to visit this title and show it off, because I do love this series. I really do have a good time with it. And yeah, I think it's just got great combat moves, a good balance of the cast, neat abilities that you can unlock, and neat like armor type things too that can like break and smash. And I just, in general, they did a really good job with this one. Holds up beautifully well, and I think it absolutely delivers a quality, well done SoulCal fighting experience with a great roster, good set of stages, lots of fun to be had, and epic action the whole time through in SoulCalibur 6.